aka Geeks, and this is our group movie of the week. I am Sean. I am here with my buddies, my partners in crime. We got Lynn.
What's up,
And
everybody?
Brenden.
What's going on?
I hate you, Sean.
I love you too. He doesn't mean it, you guys. He doesn't mean it.
Yes, he does.
loves-
Yes, he does. You know he does. He said it for the last year entirely.
Well, this is not. This is not entirely my fault. Well.
No. I tried to defend you.
Yeah.
I stated it out there. We voted on this. So
you
it's not like it...
very weakly defending my honor.
Weekly. You were trying to pass the buck.
Well, I was trying to
Say,
spread,
no, it's,
I was trying
it's
to
mine
spread
and Lynn's
blame
fault.
evenly. All right, so the reason why we're talking this in this manner is because we watched a movie this week for our group movie of the week. We wanted to go out with a bang, and no, we sure did. This week's movie of the week, our group discussion, is on #horrors. #horror, I'm sorry. I'm going to read you a little something from IMDb. 6 pre-adolescent, preteens, girls face a night of terror when the compulsive addiction to an online social media game turns a moment of cyberbullying into a night of insanity. I just want to throw this out. I think that is totally overselling this film. Just that right there. It's totally overselling the film. I'm going to throw this out there. Do any of you guys have anything good to say about this? Anything good?
I love the house, and the
Yes,
winter
I have-
scenes were beautiful.
I have something
Like
nice
the
to say
snow
about
and
it.
everything.
Shoot, go.
It ended.
I'll tell you. I have only my things that I liked about this film are few and far between. Timothy Hutton, I liked him as a crazy grief-stricken dad. But it's sad that even his acting wasn't that great. But it was the bright spot of the film. And then 2, there were a couple shots in the film that they used a nice wide-angle lens and things like that with the snow, which that was okay. Like, it was in the first act of the film. They had an overview shot of the house with the snow kind of coming down around the camera with the wide-angle lens. And I think that shot was a nice shot. And that's about all the good things I have to say about the film. And that's me being very generous.
Man, you're
Yeah, no,
pushing
I had
to
nothing.
have
I
something
had nothing.
nice said
Brenden,
about it.
What you got on the thing bad-wise?
Well, let me just start out by saying the movie that I hate the most, or I've hated the most, that I cannot stand, is Dumb and Dumber 2. I got about half an hour into that movie where I was like, this is freaking garbage. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. I would rather... I would more easily watch that film again, but I would rather lay in a kiddie pool of my own vomit while 2 transient homeless guys who haven't bathed in 15 years paper cut my dick than watch this film again.
So you loved it?
Yeah, because I do that all the time, which is why I'm saying I you know,
It's
they're
a hobby.
outside waiting for me to finish this, and then we're gonna go in that kiddie pool. It was literally the first 5 minutes. As soon as the credits started, the fucking emojis in the friggin' hashtag, and those credits, like,
God,
even they weren't proud of it because the credits were so fast, you couldn't read who the people were. And literally the only person that I liked in that film was the girl who dropped was it her mom when she first dropped her off?
Oh,
the chick from Orange is the New Black.
That was
Sam's mom?
Sam.
What's her
Sam.
name? Natasha Lyonne. Natasha Lyonne.
I was like,
yeah, Sam's mom was the only thing I was like,
after
oh look,
watching
I
the
love
credits,
her.
I'm like, oh
yeah.
god, this is gonna be garbage. And then I saw her, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll have a reason to watch it. Never fucking seen again.
Yeah.
They have Manning from Orange is the New Black in here too.
Huh?
Taryn Manning. They have her from Orange is the New Black. Taryn Manning, Punxsutawney. She's in there as well.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
at the AA meeting or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
So you're your
Sorry.
wide-angle lens shots, I don't know what the fuck you were talking about. I could strap a GoPro to my dog, and she would take better shots than were in that movie. Now, granted, I'm no cinematographer. I don't know, but the whole hashtag stuff that kept popping up, and I don't know what fucking game they were supposed to be playing.
They didn't play a game. The only closest thing they did to playing a game was when they say, "Hey, let's be honest
No,
and tell things
They
about each
were
other
doing
and
like
be
a pick
truthful."
three, like a pick three. It was like a pick three type of game.
No, but like.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about as far as them overall
like what
as
kept
a whole.
popping up was
I
like
didn't
the
see them.
score, and I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like,
But all that, I finally got that towards the end, was Kat's personality, the avatar name that the doctor called out. Did she go with what's his name? Because if you looked at the bottom during those scenes, it was only that avatar name that would show up. And I guess that was her playing under that name, and all those little hashtags, whenever we saw that, was off of her phone. Nobody else's, just her phone. And if you pay attention, unfortunately, I would never tell you to watch this movie again for this, but she's constantly doing it.
and
Constantly.
that movie was about an hour too long. That whole freaking
Yeah.
If I wanted to watch preteens and teens be fucking horrible to each other and just be overall terrible people and terrible parents, I'd watch MTV.
All right. Let's give everybody a little bit of background. These are 6 spoiled, rich 12-year-old girls, except for
No, Sophia was a bad one.
That was a new one.
Sam.
No,
Sam
Sophia
was,
was one of the bad ones. Sam's the only one who's
shit.
new to the neighborhood, and I thought the focus was going to be on Sam, because her being the new girl and the not as rich one. Everybody else was made of money and what have you. And these 12-year-olds decides, oh, we're gonna sleep over. Nobody likes their parents. The girl who Sophia, whose parents that house they use in this, has this weird fucked up art fetish. I don't know what the hell was going on with the egg thing.
You got
that they had
art.
to show it.
Yeah.
Yeah, art. And then they limit us the reason why they're in this house, which this cockamamie excuse of a story for the background of the house.
Which didn't factor into it at all.
And me as a parent wanted to beat the holy shit out of all 6 of these girls. Because if they would have talked to any of these girls, when Timothy Hutton had them by the faces towards the end, like, where the fuck's my daughter? Why was he not slapping them point blank after listening to that voicemail? Because I would have been slapping some shit.
Yeah.
And then when I read, I'm like, these bitches got to die.
That freaking
So
okay,
I would have been personally.
The dialogue. Oh my god!
terrible.
Oh, it was horrible. They I don't know if they were trying to do an anti-bullying message.
It was I wrote down kind of along that line. I wrote that they pound you over the head with the social commentary of our youth, and they pound you over the head with it. And they did it so much that it got. I mean, they didn't even have to do it this much. We got it, and they didn't do it. They spent most of the film trying to pound you over the head with this to the point where, all right, you probably got there really fast. And you're like, I don't care anymore. Instead of focusing on what the statement was earlier about it being a crazy night, whatever, a night of insanity, that was like 5 minutes of insanity,
There was two that stood out to me.
Yeah.
When the mom said, "I can't stand it. It's crazy making." What? And then when the dad came and the girl said something, he goes, "Fucking believe what you say."
Yeah.
Where's, nobody in that, if they're that rich and they're going to that school, nobody taught them what prepositions are?
Yeah.
No one told them how to speak regular English.
I may be going too far and saying, being stereotypical, but I've seen in popular culture and in school myself, girls can be very mean to each other. that these girls were doing
Yeah,
what they
but
were
damn.
doing to each other and could tolerate each other for more
fun.
than 5 minutes.
I'm surprised there
Like,
wasn't any fistfights in the movie. Like, why aren't they fighting?
At the very end, there was.
Yeah, there was at the end. The two girls, the chubby girl and the skinny dyke. And I hate the fact that you had to typecast 12-year-olds who have no idea who they're going to be in life, are just starting to realize who they are physically because they're 12. But now they've been typecast. Oh, here's the fat one. Here's the anorexic one, which is the same one. The fat one is the anorexic one because she's the only one throwing up. Then you got, well, whatever. Then you had the skinny dyke, and then you had the tall model isk. I would have.
That's why earlier when I was before we started this, is I was kind of like, I wish they wouldn't have used preteens. I wish they'd have actually used like people in high school, a little bit older, 15, 16, 17-year-old. Like that's age great that they aimed at, because at least it'd be more easily acceptable to see those types of personality types in those kids. I guess that stuff probably does happen at that age, but I mean this was very severe. Like,
yeah, but another bad thing, and this goes back to plot line and story, is that you start to invest in Kat and Sam, background story wise, and then you just drop it off. It's like, it's a whim, whatever. And then to go back and mention the dark figure story, the whole artist who had the crazy party that killed 6 people.
Yeah.
You know, because of the 4 and the background story, the 4 winds creates a fucking nexus. Like, who the fuck? Who was? I'm sorry, but who was taking the drugs to come up with that background?
There was so much, and Brenden started it when he was saying about how they were phrasing their quote unquote sentences. There were so many ambiguous statements in this film that they tried to say to back up and build a background, like for Kat with her seeing the therapist and whatnot, and also just like with Sam when Natasha, the mom, goes, "Oh, don't let them know about your sensitivities." What's a sensitivity? Yeah. What is a sensitivity? I don't know what that means.
Like if you say one thing to her, you don't know that this thing bothers her, she's going to snap on you.
But where's
that's what I took it as.
Where's the background? Where's the development of that? There is none.
That's where they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball on these 2 characters, which could have been so much meatier and had such more credibility as to why they did. And it made no sense towards the end that it was them 2 at the end.
And
because
then
you're like,
with Kat's dad.
What?
With Kat's dad when he's going after the mother. What's her name? She was actually she's a pretty well-known actress as well. What's her name?
What is it? I have the list here.
When he grabs her by the mouth and he goes, after what happened last year, he's talking about his wife. Okay, what happened? Show me why Kat is so jacked up. Come on. Oh no, you're not going to tell me.
We know
she just died. That's about it.
They only mentioned the fact that her mother died. That's it. Not how or what have you. For all we know, she could have been one of the 6. But then the thing is, you invest this origin story of the house on a guy that was from, what, the 1620s?
No.
And you're telling me he's still supposed to be the mysterious... He was
friends with Andy Warhol.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but they mentioned something about a guy from the 1620s when they were looking it up on the phone. That's one of the dates they mentioned.
In the 1900s.
And I'm like...
I don't remember that, and I'm not going to attempt to rewatch it and correct you. So, you know what? Sure.
But when she first mentions, "Oh, do you know the whole story about your house?" and the one girl looks it up online, and she comes off with this ludicrous year, and I'm like, that makes some fucking sense.
The whole time, this movie felt like 2 things: A, somebody made shitty art, and somebody was like, "Hey, that's really good. You should put that in a movie." And then it was also made by somebody who didn't have kids or have daughters and watched TV and thought that that's what they act like 24/7. And I'm reading about the director. Subkoff. She had a clothing line from 2001 to 2011 called Imitation of Christ, which you remember in... the Zoolander when he does the derelict and it's all garbage. her clothing line was
Yeah.
described as do-it-yourself art collective, misconstrued as a luxury fashion label. Every piece of clothing in the
Okay.
line was sewn by hand and recycled from vintage, thrift, and Goodwill shops.
That makes perfect sense why Alex Cox, the mother of Sophia, looks like shit. Because if you notice, one of the clothing items she had was this coat with paper feathers.
It was like
paper
origami was
birds
on it. Like
all along the
origami.
back end. Yeah,
Okay.
origami swans.
But here's
all the way down the sides. This is probably
her
this
art.
director's
Probably
line
her
of
art. But
clothes that
here's
she
the
figured.
thing. According to Subcuff, she conceived the film after a conversation she had with her friend's daughter. The idea started because I asked my friend's daughter, "What is horror to you?" This girl was cyberbullied very badly. Now I was bullied badly as a kid, but I could always change schools. I could always go home. Now you can't. When bullying follows you home and there's no escape and no end, to me, that's horror. And to so many girls, that's just life.
But see, they totally failed on the actual bullying aspect of it because they were all bullying each other. There was nobody
Big
innocent
time.
in this damn
There
film.
was
Big time.
the only cyberbullying
Well, actually, no.
that happened was the stuff that she posted after she left.
No,
Yeah.
but to be honest, the only nice things that were going on were between Kat and Sam. That's it. Because when Kat was getting tossed out of the house,
Try to stand up.
she was like, "Well, if Kat goes, I go." She's the only. But
Yeah.
I wish you would have went with her because it would, you know. And I'm like, ugh. You have like I said, they dropped the ball on these two characters.
It was
to be
like
so much more.
It was like, let's say they
And-
filmed a movie, a complete movie, and there's all these parts that we are talking about, but they cut out all the stuff that actually could have made it make sense even decent. They cut all that up and left it out.
They filmed the last 30 minutes and said, "God, what are we gonna do to make this longer?" Hey,
Yeah.
I know what we'll do. We'll do this for an hour. You're fat. You're a bitch. You're fake. You're fat. You're a bitch. You're fake. You're fat. You're a bitch. You're fake.
And you're
The
all
whole
friends.
Freaking movie.
And you're all
Yeah.
friends.
Wait, hold on. The whole freaking movie.
The only time that, and even this didn't make sense, that they seemed that they were even somewhat friends was when they were wearing their masks and they were oblivious to who they were as on the physical
was gonna
realm.
say
That's
they
what
were
I
drunk.
took out of it. And they were dancing and acting stupid. Well, that's what they were. They were drunk by this time. By the time they had the masks on and they were dancing, they were already drunk. And the fact that you show 12-year-old, I don't care how high society you are, you show 12-year-olds having alcohol. I want to punch the director in the throat.
To me,
as
it
a
just
parent.
taught girls how to be
Like-
dicks to each other.
Yeah, it's doing the opposite of what she intended this movie to be.
Yeah. This on IMDb, the movie is 3.3 out of 10. I
Oh,
want to see what
Somebody's
it is
very-
real quick
I
on
could-
Rotten
I-
Tomatoes.
I knew it was going to be a problem when I typed it in and I saw that it had 1 star on Netflix, and I'm like, ah, shit. You guys remember in Popstar when he was like, Rolling Stone gave it the shit emoji out of 5 stars. I wanted to give it the shit emoji.
Yeah.
I was upset that I couldn't go lower
Yeah.
than, like, why can't I do 0 stars? Like, I fucking hate this film.
I see. I won't even rate it. I won't rate it.
I'm ashamed
There was a
that it's
scene-
on my history now.
Oh my god!
There was a scene in it. You know when they're in the tent right next to the pool and they're talking nice almost. Well, Ronan walked in and he was like, "What are you watching?" I said, "You can't watch this," because I thought it was going to be, of course, gory and what have you, dude. And he was like, "This looks okay." And I'm like, "No, these girls are not good." And he was like, "They look good." I said, "No." And then I started thinking, this boy thinks one of them is cute. It's got to be it. Because he did not want to leave. And, he's 8. And I'm like, "No, bud, sorry, you got to go." He's like, "But I want to."
So
And
on
I'm
Rotten
like,
Tomatoes, the critical rating is 50%. The but it's out of 10. And they surprisingly got 5 fresh ratings, which is I think 70 or higher, which I don't know how that happened. But the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is 9%. At least.
Yeah, because
that's
that's
more
the
accurate
right
in our
number
opinion.
for this movie.
Uh,
Yes.
The bad thing, or one of the other things that I dislike about this film, this movie, this I don't know, proof of concept that she sucks as a director, is that the gore. The gore is terrible, and responding to be
What gore?
there was no gore. There was blood that looked. It was the worst
No.
looking movie blood I've ever seen.
Is there anything below D-list?
No, I don't.
There should be.
The celebrities. I've never heard anybody use
I don't
F
think
list.
so.
But
No, I think D-list is bottom of the barrel for
how do you
celebrities.
explain Sam getting stabbed in the stomach with a freaking 7-8 inch kitchen knife, and still has like all the energy in the world to run back to the house and warn Sophia and all this crap? Like, what the heck?
No,
See, did she see right there? It was so dark I couldn't
Yeah, she
even
got
tell
stabbed
if she
on
got
stomach.
stabbed. I was like, okay, I thought that it was just swiped
Well,
at her.
the way
and
that
it
the way
didn't
that
really,
the girl
you know,
went, it looked like
bec-
she went forward, like she stabbed her.
what the fuck was with that Candy Crush shit?
I don't know. That pick 3
What the
crap.
fuck
Yeah.
was that?
Well, that was the game. That's what I was saying.
Pick 3.
That's the cyber game, whatever they're playing. But what did this game promote? Having dead people's pictures on there? Because
What game? What the fuck's the game? Where did the game start? Where did the game come from? Who the fuck is watching this? Who is watching
Yeah,
this and not
exactly.
warning the fucking police?
yeah, that's the other thing.
Oh no, the police got there afterwards. If you heard the news reporter at
But
the
if
end, I'm
she's
like,
live,
what the
if she's
fuck?
if she
Okay,
recording, so
'cause-
she's live streaming this
but-
shit. You're telling me that one fucking
Yeah,
person didn't
and you
go,
see like
this isn't good. This is bad.
this is some sick shit. Yeah, and not only that, going back to how the movie starts with the infidelity of
Dad, Henry
Sophia's
Cox.
dad, with the way and if we're led to believe Kat did this, how the fuck did she get there and yet at the same time,
That's
still be as late
that's
as she
another
was to
issue I
her
had
friend's house
about the whole
when
movie is that when she's over there killing people. Does she have like super speed or something? Because this movie.
well, she's driven
Yeah.
to the house by her father.
But-
This is what I don't understand. So that means she
Get
had to
back
kill
to
these
school.
2 people right after, get back home, have her father take her to her friend's house,
No,
who
but
she was just
here's the
there
thing,
at.
No,
though.
she
And
ditched.
I'm like,
Remember, she ditched. So
But
maybe
she
that's what's
said,
all.
yeah,
her
because she
plan.
said she didn't come
Yeah, she
home.
ditched
She
her.
didn't come back after lunch.
So
Right.
she ditched. She killed the dad.
so okay, there's a window, but the thing is,
How did
she
she
still
get back home?
went back home, had her
How
dad
did she know where to
bring
find
her.
them?
Yeah,
They're supposed to be hanging on the side of a road somewhere, and then
and he didn't look like he was that far from his
no, and
own
then
house
later on, so
either.
it took-
Because when he's on the phone with his wife, he's like, you see, he's like, oh, and not even like an angle shot up, you see the house. I'm like, what the fuck? And you're telling
Yeah,
her you're going to the airport?
Who the fuck
She could just look
does
out the
that
window.
right outside their house.
Yeah, I'm like,
Here's the okay, and about them being so close is Sophia later on when she finally stumbles to the car and she sees that her dad's dead.
How do
Two
you not
things.
see that from the window?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. She gets there and finds out her dad's dead. Then it's the same time of day, like the whole goddamn movie. It's the same time of day. It's like noon. It's like 2 p.m. All freaking
Yeah.
throughout the movie. And she somehow gets there within the same time period that the daylight is the same, and then all of a sudden when she gets back, it's freaking pitch black. What the hell?
Okay, and
Did she
wasn't
take
Yeah.
a 5-hour detour?
wasn't the lady that he was cheating on with like walking up to the house?
He
When
left
she
on
got
the
killed?
side of the road.
she was walking up somewhere. She was
Yeah.
walking up a road, but for all we know, she could have been a neighbor, and supposedly she's the art director that he's fooling around with. So you telling me this art director lives close? And she's just gonna get off like nothing and out in the woods? I'm just gonna go for a walk.
Then Sophia also
biggie.
found the dad's phone, called the mom, but didn't call 911. That was stupid.
Yeah, and then start crying.
And then she
And then
takes the
leaves the
gun
phone
and
there.
she's able to get the first shot right in the back, a kill shot from 20
from
feet
a
away.
12-year-old.
She was 30 feet away from the dad. And I was like, are you kidding me?
And what's funny is that a shot like that, the distance that it was, would have went through him. It would have been a clean shot and actually hit the girl. And he just instead he just flumps over on top of her. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Velocity and speed and trajectory all play no part whatsoever. Natural science doesn't play a part.
I mean, she was pretty far away with a handgun to get a kill shot like that. I don't believe it. A 12-year-old holding that type of gun, there's a lot of kickback.
She would have gotten a kickback.
It was too. It wasn't enough. It wasn't realistic in that aspect right there. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, just like that, the dad's dead now. And then the other girl, Sam, still did the whole, like, she was not even injured from being attacked. And I was like, oh my God, are you serious? She's freaking Superwoman. And then they okay.
Wait, and the one that gets me is that it's 6 of them. And the tallest one there, the first one to disappear, and nobody has a problem that this girl just like up and vanished.
That was a waste of a character. The only reason she was in the movie was to be the first kill, because the only thing they said about her as anything was that she kissed the boy Christopher finally, and he stuck his tongue in her mouth and felt like she was cleaning her teeth, and that was all they said about her throughout the film. She was just dancing around and then she was just there for the first kill. That's all she was there for.
Yeah, but then they have no reason why she walked off. They gave no reason, no rhyme, no reason why she walked off and why she was in the lower level of the house. Basement level. Yeah, it looked like a freaking wine cellar. Why the fuck were these? Well, considering that the alcohol was up above, there was no reason for them to go into the basement.
This film was just not good.
It's a hot mess.
Brenden, what are you looking at right there? Are you looking something up on this to add more fuel to the fire?
No, I'm trying to rid my brain, so I'm watching 2 people punch each other for no reason.
Oh, all right. So we're at that point now. Movie sucked. Brenden, you were saying what's below D list? Let's get your rating, your grading of this, and what do you suggest in the future?
I give it a petrified shit emoji.
All right, so that's that's bad.
Very bad. Worst thing I've ever seen. Worst video I've ever seen. Worst video ever. Any dumb fucking YouTube video I've ever seen. This is like I said, I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you.
I love you too. Lynn, what about you?
Oh, dude. I'm going to keep it on the grading scale that we do from A to F, but I'm going all the way down to Z because that's how bad this shit is. This is just hot shit on a stick, man. I can't even give it an F because an F is too high a letter for it. It's just like...
In college, you can get a withdrawal, or if you...
I give it incomplete, see me after class.
Yeah. You get the incomplete,
I'm hoping,
all that good stuff. I don't even want to give this one a grade. It's so bad. It like Brenden said, this is literally probably the worst movie. What's considered a movie that I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen one worse than this.
All right.
This is terrible.
I'm gonna compare this director to someone else that I am pretty sure the 3 of us don't really find in high favor, Uwe Boll, who Brenden mentioned yesterday retired from filmmaking. Gratefully, thankfully. But even his movies, as horrible as some of them were, had a lot more plot.
I'd rather watch Alone in the Dark on a loop. I'd rather watch all of his movies at the same time and have to write a 10-page paper on it, on each one, than watch this fucking movie again.
Club Dread? No. But at least he was better than this person. I don't know. I can't even say I could respect her trying to do whatever she was trying to do because I don't know what she was trying to do. Was she trying to teach girls how to be bullies and,
PSA?
high society snobs? Or was she trying to push the glowing egg art? Was she
Probably.
trying to sell that piece of art, the egg? Because the egg was a focus 3 times, and twice it was beaten. I don't know what the fuck you were trying to tell me there with the egg, but I needed it to stop because that's the only part
And then,
that
well,
freaked
when
me
they're
out. That's the
right
only
when
part that
Timothy
freaked me
Hutton
out.
gets there was a mannequin against the wall,
Yeah.
and the mannequin's eyes opened.
The,
So, are you telling me that girl
Yeah,
somehow
but
jumped in the
they did
mannequin
the same
body, or was the house haunted?
But even the paintings, the painting with the mask and
Yeah.
the
The eyes.
other
So,
weird
are
little
you
people,
telling us that
they
Kat
moved as
knew
well.
more about this house? Is she the reincarnate of Roy Jameson, or is Roy Jameson haunting the house? Is there another story to this that we don't know about? This is so freaking stupid.
May
No,
we
and
never find out.
We're never
May
even
we
gonna want to
never
find out
out.
because this movie
Hashtag
sucks.
tuck ass.
That yeah.
I think the
It's
overall theme was
horrible.
don't huff paint.
Horrible.
Yeah, don't eat lead.
Don't eat lead.
Yeah, don't eat
Don't
lead.
eat art. Art.
I
Did you eat lead when you were a kid?
I do
No.
hope-
What?
I do hope she's not an actual artist and none of that.
I
stuff is
brought up
actually
some of her
hers.
stuff on Google, and it's garbage. It looks like crap.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good. The articles of clothing, it doesn't look good at all.
When did
Was it
this
last
movie
year?
come out?
2015.
Last year, because the way the look and feel of the movie looked like something from 1988, 89, as far as the film quality, the graininess to it, and what have you. I
that's
don't know if
another
it was done
thing.
purposely,
This
like
film-
artistically.
Like they would have some still shots, and I wish they would have just stuck with the still shots throughout the whole movie. And then every now and then, like when the mom's walking out to the car with her liquor, going to her AA meeting, they jump
Yeah.
to a handheld, and you just see the camera guy's like he's drunk himself, like. And I was like, dude.
I mean, they should have given her the camera because she was
Yeah.
very steady with the drink and able to turn that car in
One-handed,
reverse
with the drink in the wrong hand. Yeah.
and still drink in
Yeah,
hand.
I thought the camera, whoever did the cinematography in this, whoever the cameraman is, I hope he takes this off his reel because this is not something to brag about.
No, I feel sorry for whoever had to edit this hot garbage because I just can't.
It was a terrible, terrible movie. None of us will be watching it again. None of us recommend you guys watch this. Please don't watch it. Please don't watch it.
No, do
I
not
don't care
watch
if you're
this.
the biggest
Save yourself.
Timothy Hutton fan there is. You love the show Leverage. Don't watch this. Don't watch this.
You know what's funny? I actually bought during the movie stop closing in the general area. I picked up a movie that has him as a star in it. It's called Multiple Sarcasm, and it's supposed to be a dramatic comedy. I'm gonna have to wash my brain out of this film when it comes to him with that film, just to like have some even out because I can't, man, I can't. And that's the other thing. Back to when they were in the pool tent, because that's what you need inside a pool house, a tent. Those reds that from the film that they were watching. What the fuck? Why are you gonna shoot the girls in all red in such a grainy film to make it even look more abysmal? It's like one of the worst.
Okay, let me
filters
ask you
ever.
guys this, and I'm really not trying to, but I know I'm not trying to go too bad with this question, but I noticed this that did they over sexualize these 12-year-olds in certain scenes? And I felt
Yes.
very uncomfortable
Yes.
when they did that. I was like, what?
I was actually.
when they started to do the ballet was a little uncomfortable when they started doing the
When they
swimming
they were
routine.
changing and
the
they were
swimming
trying
dance.
to look sexy. I felt, and then
Yeah.
they got to the part where I thought,
Mm-hmm. And then
I
the
was like,
jewelry.
they're over sexualizing these 12-year-olds. I felt very uncomfortable with.
So
this
you
film
said
when
you
that
said on the IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes they got 9% audience, right? And then 50% critic.
50% critic.
Find out,
10. There was only
find out
10
who
ratings.
gave it a positive rating critic-wise, and you need to raid their house, raid their computers, check their emails, check their files,
For
because
kitty
they are
porn.
fucking perverts. That's the only
Yeah.
way you could possibly like this movie is if you are a fucking pervert and you couldn't access your child pornography stash.
Yeah,
And this
it
was
felt
adopted.
it was very uncomfortable during those very very obvious scenes where it was like, wow, why are they showing this? This is a little too much for me.
It had nothing to do with bullying.
No, again, the film's supposed to be about bullying.
Brenden, bring your head in a little bit.
Again, the film's supposed to be
Thank
about
you.
bullying, and they left out a lot of the bullying. They just had girls being assholes to each other.
No, they were bullying each other, but the fact is you had us trying to believe that these girls were friends.
No.
I never got that.
The only
I never
thing
got
was the chick who was eating all the cupcakes all the time. She the only thing that was
yeah,
mentioned
Georgie.
about online was she was like, even if I get as skinny as her mom, this is what they're gonna see. That's the only freaking cyberbullying that I saw. Other than literally the murder. That's not cyberbullying, that's fucking murder.
Murder.
So, that's above and beyond. That's like the two killing for Slender Man shit.
Well, I think, and I'm going on a real stretch there, that the cyberbullying was twofold. It was Kat doing it to them, but at the same time, all the crap that they were throwing at her after she left. I hope you die. I hope you disappear into the hole that you deserve to be in, and all that. That's why they kept throwing that in there, and that's the straw that broke Kat's back and what have you. Now
But
I'm
she was already a
stretching,
fucking
trying to
murderer
find some
before
rhyme
that.
or reason. But we don't know why. That's my point, and I'm like, ugh. And she definitely had a hard on for Sophia from the get go.
What did the dad prescribe? He was Xanax.
Xanax. Yeah, he needed more Xanax.
Yeah. ASAP, like he wanted his
I thought it was
daughter
for
heavily
him.
medicated.
I thought it was for him.
No, I think it was for her.
I thought it was
He
him
like-
because he
was
kept on
hoping
going
to
on
give it
about
to
how
her.
he can't do it. He can't do it. He needs her to do it with him to come together. And I thought that's the Xanax was for him.
No, because they kept saying if she took her meds. She kept
I don't
asking
know.
if she took her meds.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
okay.
This anymore.
This movie was terrible. None of us recommended it. We all think it was at the lowest of the low end of the grading scale. Whatever that is, go lower. So this is our last video for Movie of the Week of horror and Halloween. I got a surprise for you guys, though. We're going to be doing this again with Christmas movies in December. Yeah,
But at least
we're
that'd
doing
be
this
better.
with Christmas movies in
If
December.
you represent hashtag Christmas, I'm gonna fucking drive to your house and punch you in the goddamn face.
Hey, at least I'll get you over here.
Oh.
No, we're doing Christmas movies in December.
Oh,
I love
man.
specializing in Christmas movies during the holidays, so we're doing that again during that month. But check out all of our other videos that we had, our group discussions, as well as my solo outings for the horror and Halloween movies. There was some interesting stuff that we saw this month, as well as some crap that we saw. Brenden, can you give us your goodbyes?
Fuck you.
Love you too.
In the butthole. Friggin' all day, every day. I'm going to, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It won't be fit. I'm not gonna stalk you and murder you, but you will pay for this.
So when I go over there,
That's
to see
why
you
he's
next
hiding
week,
his
when I go
face
see you next
halfway
week, I gotta
through
be
the
careful.
Oh no,
So-
I'm gonna plan this one. I'm gonna really fucking plan this one. I don't know what
Alright,
I'm
so
gonna do.
Next week I'm good.
I won't cyberbully you. I won't freaking, do something gross, but you will pay for this. You will pay for
Okay.
this.
Lynn,
Goodbye. Please don't watch this. For the
the
love
movie
of God,
he
don't
means,
watch
not
this.
the video. If you're at this point, you've already watched the video.
Yes, no,
but-
I am talking about the movie.
If you've
I'm
already
talking about the
watched it,
movie,
may God
yes.
have mercy on your soul.
Yeah, we're sorry.
Or even if you, I want to know if somebody watched this and actually liked
Oh,
it.
God.
Please leave a comment
That'll
because I'd
be-
love to hear you. I'd love to hear somebody favorite. I would have loved to have had Eddie here because I have a funny feeling that out of the four of us,
And
you would have
if
actually
you
liked
do,
it.
if you did like this movie, leave a comment. Mention where you live so I never go to that fucking state ever. So I can avoid your town
California.
because I don't want to be around anybody who likes this film.
All right, guys. So check out the AKA Geeks podcast on iTunes, Spreaker, and Google Play. Check out all of our social media, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. And like, share, subscribe all of our videos here on YouTube. I thank you for joining us. We appreciate you bearing with us for this video. It was fun, trashing this terrible piece of garbage film. I'm Sean. You guys catch me on Facebook, Twitter, Xbox One, PlayStation. You know where I'm at. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.